Peace, family. This is Brandon B. Dixon, and you're tuning in to the Power of Ownership Podcast live. This is the 48 Laws of Power series where we go over one of my favorite books by Robert Greene, the 48 Laws of Power. Let me introduce myself real quick. Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a serial entrepreneur, mortgage broker, published author, and 32nd degree. It's got to try Mason. Again, it's getting late. So, also community activist. On this podcast, we talk about not only ownership of businesses, but properties, intellectual property, also of the mind, body, and soul. So we bridge the gap between the unseen and the seen realm. So we give you those working tools, how to bring from the unseen in order to bring it to fruition into the seen realm. So I'll let Stephen go ahead and introduce himself, and then we're going to get cracking into our subject matter.
Yeah, I'm Stephen Contreras, guys, geologist here in Houston, Texas. Also a 32nd degree Scottish Rite Mason, kind of a Renaissance man, community activist. Just trying to make the world a better place, trying to spread the wealth, trying to educate, teach, all those things. And the 48 Laws of Power is a great way, a good first step into how the world really works. And if you're going to play the game, you might as well learn the rules.
Right. Well, this is a good starting point for those who are in the business who hadn't read the book. We kind of break it down, give our own little insight. I would still advise you to go ahead and get the book, get the PDF, start studying the laws, get good at them, start practicing the laws. Nothing is good by just reading and absorbing it, but practicing and putting them into practice.
We're going to go over laws 13 and 14 in this video.
Right. Let's start off with 13 real quick. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy or gratitude. What I like to do, again, is I like to tell you what I was thinking when I first started reading this book, which was about 17 years ago, when I first started my first business. Well, when I was in the midst of my first business, and how I matured and what I'm thinking now. One of the things I was thinking back then is to always kind of bribe people, meaning that, with self-interest, meaning, I thought most people thought like me, was kind of money motivated. So I thought that offering people more money would get people to move quicker.
And how did that work out?
It didn't, because most people, believe it or not, are not motivated by money, especially guys. I figured out that, and this is I don't know, this is a graphic story, so I don't know if I can tell it, so I'm going to skip it around. Most guys are motivated by sex and not money.
Yeah. It's true. Like, if you really think about it, why do we want money?
Right. Most guys want money so they can get the girls. So if they could skip the money part, which is the hard part, they'll go straight to that. I had to learn that the hard way through business. This is a quick story, like, how PG can I tell a story?
Is there an analogy?
I'll tell us a quick story. So I had these guys, this was in the midst of my business. I think this was 2005, 2006, right after Hurricane Katrina. And I was going to do my street teams. So I recruited a couple of guys like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to pay you this much. And guys' energy levels were like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So I said, I got another surprise for you guys. I got some females that's going to be brand ambassadors, as well. So they came, the females came in, about 3 females came in, and their energy level went from here to here. They're like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh man, we're ready. We're stoked. So when we're talking about money, they're like, yeah, it sounds good. Mm-hmm. When I brought the females in, the energy went through the roof. So I had an epiphany that most guys are not like me. They're not motivated by money or changing the world or helping the world or, doing something that's better than.
Not for themselves.
Yeah. Most guys are motivated by animal instinct. Mm-hmm. They want to be sex, food, and sleep.
I think Damian Marley has a good quote. eat it, delete it, ruin, or
Mhm.
something like that. It's the same thing. Just eating, spending, not thinking,
Right.
just moving and moving and moving, not realizing the wasted opportunity every day is.
So, yeah, I learned that a while back in business. So how I alchemized that, and I took that. It doesn't matter how well you pay an employee; it's not going to boost their production. You have to. Um, it's something else as far as self interest. You have to find what really motivates that hot button and really hit that hot button. And everybody's different.
Yeah, it's true.
So everybody's not like me. More money you throw at me, the quicker I move. Everybody's not like that. Everybody's a little bit different. You have to get to learn the person. Then you could key on that person's self interest. Because everybody's self interest is not the same. Um, as far as the never give mercy and gratitude, I mean, never their mercy or gratitude. If people feel that they have the upper hand on you, they will take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if hey, please, you got to be gracious and all that. But if you try to motivate people by begging, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it never works too, because it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? You got like nut up or shut up, right? Like
Right.
that's like no one has time for that kind of stuff. We're always moving forward.
Yeah. So it's a hot button or an Achilles heel that everybody has, and you got to find out what it is in order to motivate them. Some people it's their, some people it's um, some people it's money, some people it's sex, some people it's a position, some people it's power, some people, but everybody's kind of different. It's not saying that everybody has their own individual interests, but there's groups of people that have common threads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what you got to find out.
And you can, and just to wrap it up, it's not that hard to figure out like what people are motivated about. Like
Right.
once you start recognizing that people, there's all different types of different groups of people emotionally speaking and self speaking. Like their instincts will always be their instincts, like you were saying.
Mhm.
But there's you'll start to notice the trends, and then you can just pick up, and you'll start storing it in your brain, and you'll be like, oh, this guy's motivated this way, this way, and this way, and it makes moving up, I guess, around the chessboard a lot easier.
Right.
Trying to say.
Let's get to rule number 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Now, what I thought back then, this particular working tool came in handy. Not for me per se, but being aware of what other people's trying to do to me. So people all the time, especially when I had my video store, used to come in and try to pose as my friend. And the whole time they either juicing me for knowledge on how I ran my business so they could duplicate it, or just to spread rumors and try to cause confusion. So I was, very aware of that by reading this book, and it made me button that lip around certain people. And otherwise I'd be a blabbermouth.
Yeah.
Before reading this book, I used to just talk and, just think we're just talking amongst guys, and people are really sitting there taking mental notes, either trying to be your competition or try to take you down with confusion.
Trip you up, right?
Trip you up. So your own mouth, the old cliche, loose lips sink ships.
It's true, right?
It's true. So that's how I took that then, and it made me aware, because I totally remanufactured myself. I used to be a talk person. Now I got to be selective, even with people who you think is a friend. You got to be selective with what you're saying.
Yeah, and so there's also a good book by one of my brothers in masonry. His name's Hank Kreischer. I can never say his last name right, but he writes a book called "Wolf in Sheep's Clothing," and that's what we're talking about here. Like the wolf trying to eat the sheep by hiding amongst the herd of sheep, and it's just ready to pounce and take you out.
Right.
So you gotta always be careful of the spy, in my opinion, because there's spies everywhere. You just always got to be careful.
Spy is a bad word. This is how I took it on my end. So I used the generosity to disarm the quote unquote victim. I disarm the frenemy. But at the same time, I try to soak up game. I try to use it in my advantage as well. So I use my listening skills to, hey, tell me more. All right.
Yeah.
Keep on talking, because eventually I use it against them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're
It's
saying.
not really necessarily a spy, but you can learn a lot from even a dummy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can learn at least learn he's a dummy. So people that do like to talk in front of you, they feel comfortable. Go ahead, egg them on and keep talking.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do, what you don't want to do is get engaged and start swapping stories with them. Because now you know better than him.
And then that's why it goes back to one of the earlier laws to like just never reveal too much information, right? You always like keep it close to your chest.
Right.
So that's also like what you're trying to do. You never want to slip up and because you never know who's listening. And I do like how your perspective on it. You're always trying to gain that information.
Right.
And it's those balances. Someone's trying to play you, but you're playing them, and it's
not really playing. It's getting information that you could use even in the heat of the battle with sales. You always reverse that back on them. And I talk about this in the book in chapter 4, chapter 3, this form. So as the people want to know you, yeah, I'm a Saints fan. And I flip it back on you. So how long have you been a Saints fan?
Yeah.
Get them to talking again. So you never want to start talking about your story. Yeah, because back in the day, la, 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 la. Now who's selling who?
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So I reverse it back on them, and I'm not, spy is a bad word. I'm the information collector. And in turn, you're feeling good by talking. You're talking, your endorphins are kicking, and you're reliving this story, and the chemicals in the brain are kicking and everything like that. And all of a sudden, you're transferring these feelings, the emotional filter, it changes. You're transferring these feelings onto me. You see what I'm saying?
I do, yeah.
So
it's a good way to look at it.
All right, and this is all in the book. And all of a sudden now I become a good guy, and I didn't do anything except listen to you.
Yeah, we have to friends make good listeners,
right? And I didn't even reveal anything about myself except that I was a Saints fan. But you reverse it back on them, get them talking.
Yeah.
So
that's a good way to sell for sure.
Right. That's definitely one of the sell points. That's what we talk about, And even if you're trying to get in business, you're trying to get information. That's a good way to get information. You give a person a compliment, ask questions, ask more questions, egg them on.
Yeah, get them talking, right?
Keep them talking. That instead of, I think you were here, and I'm gonna say this last story, then we get on because it's we're running on time. When a brother was here, we talked about tact as far as people asking me information on how to get into business or how did I become successful in my business. And my answer was, it depends on how they ask me. If they come at me arrogantly and, oh man, how did you become a mortgage broker? Because I know if you do it, I could do it. I'm not gonna give you much advice.
Yeah, it's like if you can do it, then do it.
Then do it. But if you come at me with an extreme compliment, a sincere compliment, hey man, I seen you on social media. I like what you're doing, man. I like what you're doing. I love the Power of Ownership podcast. I got a t-shirt. I got your book. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you give me some advice on how can I get in the mortgage industry? Now I'm more apt to give you a nugget. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to help them out, because they help you out, right?
Right. They support it, so they supported me. Now I can support you. I could give you a nugget. You've earned the right.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Right. But if you come, hey, what you did? Because I know I could do it. Mm-hmm. Have you brought the book? No. Have you bought a t-shirt? No. Why should I?
Yeah, it's true.
You hadn't earned the right for you. So the brother and I disagree, but I mean, it's all intact. Which you got to make a deposit before you make a withdrawal.
So what we're saying is, go watch all our videos. We have all the ones on the power, 48 Laws of Power, and all the ones before that. Great information out there.
Right.
Just got to put the work in.
Right. So we're not going to keep y'all too long. We got more series coming out. We're going to try to knock all 48 laws out in the next week or two. Stay tuned. Again, check out all our videos out at Billionaire Loan Officer on social media, Facebook, Instagram, everything like that. www.hocmortgage.com if you want to get a mortgage, get your house. Now's the time, right? Get in right before school is out. Amazon, go to my LinkedIn, go to my Instagram, and you can buy the book, or just put Brandon B. Dixon in Google and you'll find it.
And where can they find the merch?
Same thing. Go to my Instagram, go to link, buy merch. And God is a Verb t-shirt is out right now. It's going to be out for like the next 20 days. It's going to be exclusive, limited edition. So get that. Get 2 or 3 and get some for your family, because God definitely is a verb.
And if y'all ever have any questions on the videos, topics, just leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. And we'll be sending out these videos daily, or
Right.
almost daily.
Right. So look out for a couple of more shows, and look out for more and more things coming out from us soon. Again, better. We're going to get better and better at this as our audience builds and builds. So with that, I'm going to say peace. God is a verb, and personal responsibility is your only savior.
Peace.
Peace.